welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And I'm Carter Glasscock.
And today we are so pleased to be in the beautiful eastern portion of Los Angeles with our two special guests. First up, he is an artist, a sculptor, an amazing illustrator, painter, master of all trades. It's our friend
Scott Marvel Cassidy.
Hell yeah. There it is.
Hell yeah.
And sitting right next to him, she is one of my all-time favorite comedians. She is not just a comedian, she's a comedian of comedy. And this goddamn lady Dynamite, it's our friend
Maria Bamford.
What was that?
That's me.
That was like almost Elizabethan. Like
Yes.
there was like a little apostrophe in that somewhere.
Here for the Patreon people.
Oh yeah.
Listen, is one of you, I don't know, in some kind of weird contest is going to win.
We got a
some of this
contest.
merch,
Okay.
Right? You're going to do a contest or something?
I will.
It
Yeah.
starts
Yeah.
right now, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it starts right now.
Okay.
One of the, you don't get the whole bundle. You just
No,
one
we
at a
got three
time.
winners.
3 winners. Anyways.
Okay.
And then
Everyone's a winner.
And then one's going to be a flight to Destin, Florida.
Ooh.
I grew up.
Many summers there.
I was about to
Many
say,
summers there, yeah.
we're both from Alabama. We grew up
yeah.
in Destin.
The Gulf Shore is Destin
She's
connection.
rough. She's rough.
She's seen better days.
She's a tough
Yeah.
mistress.
Confederate flag towels.
And bikinis. And don't forget the bikinis and the one pieces. Yeah.
Cigarette butts out on dead fish's eyes and stuff. It's not good.
The time to go is at like Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yeah, well,
Is that
'cause-
the Destin
Yeah, well,
time?
because you could drive up to, there's a place on the Florida-Alabama border called the Florabama, and they have a potluck Thanksgiving situation where it's mostly bikers, and it's like, bring your own food, and then everyone who shows up with like the same pie from Publix. So there's just, they provide the turkey and ham, and then there's just 1,000 pies.
So
Because
it's a Friendsgiving for bikers?
yeah, pretty much. And me and my parents in
nice.
2001. It was Thanksgiving '01. We were all recovering from 9/11 in our own ways. I was breaking bread with the bikers of Northern Florida
Why would your parents take you to that?
because they don't want to cook. We were in a hotel.
Oh, okay.
They went down there for a classic situation. They went down there for the sales pitch for a timeshare, and they were making fun of it the whole way down, just being like, these idiots are giving us 2 free nights at this hotel. We're not buying this dumb shit. And then I'm sitting there watching TV, and my parents come in. They're like, we bought a timeshare.
Oh.
And
Of course they did.
so they got.
That's how it starts. You think, I'm going to get the timeshare people.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they know that. They're factoring that into getting you.
All my friends who are in sales constantly buy shit. Constantly buy everything that somebody's selling. Constantly buy stuff.
Do they feel like it's easy for them because like they know the person they're selling to? It's like, oh, I would want this shit.
No, I don't know. Like I had a friend. She sells for a living. So she's a great salesperson. Very relaxed, very fun. And then whenever she won a car in a contest because she bought a raffle ticket.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was offering, and she won a car. She at the car dealership picking up the car. Bought a new car.
No.
Well, she
How does
traded
that
the one
happen?
in.
She won in for a much more expensive car. I was just like,
They got you.
They got you.
But maybe isn't that wonderful to be got?
Right.
In that
To keep
situation,
getting and giving.
you come up on a cheap car. Yeah, it's not that bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it puts you on a certain level with everyone else. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, we can all get got.
Yeah, well, and also it means your relationship is going to last forever with the salesperson. Yeah. They're going to constantly, do your parents still own that timeshare?
I have a friend back home who had a terrible accountant,
Okay.
but she was like, I have to keep going here. I was like, why? They suck at their job. And she was like, I just don't want to lose a friend.
Oh.
That's so. You need more friends.
Yeah, that's intimacy.
I need a friend like that.
Yeah.
You know?
a bad accountant, someone who was.
I feel like all my friends, or at least that's I say, because Los Angeles, there's some sort of thing where sometimes people will say, "Oh, that person's toxic," and then they let them go. Not with me. Like, everybody goes home. Band of brothers.
Oh my god. Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Scott?
Yeah.
No. I mean, in terms of like just everybody. Yeah, everybody's toxic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Wow. Shots fired. Wow.
Everyone's imperfections.
So what do you guys do on this podcast?
Well, we'll chat a little bit up top, but I think right now it's time for our ungodly concoction. And today I went around the world, folks. I went all the way to the Bang Luck Market in East Hollywood, which is a Thai grocery store. And since we're recording this at night, a little peek behind the camera for those listening, we're recording this at night, so I wanted to find something that was caffeine free. Typically, we all get hopped up on an energy drink, but I'm trying to take everybody's evening into consideration.
But I'm on Seroquel, so I can drink anything.
Oh, word? Damn. All right. Well, next time I'll bring something fucking nuts. But
It's like a flat shovel to the head.
but no, today I've got, of course, this is
you brought the
this is the
glasses.
Thai green cream Fanta. So
That looks great.
yeah,
Cream, you say?
it's called green cream, and
Like coconut cream, I assume.
so I did look up on of course the website I frequent the most, the Soda Fandom Wiki. Oh yeah, go ahead
I'll pour it.
and
Listen,
go ahead and read that.
I'm the one woman here.
Oh, well, thank you. So, yeah, the Sodom Fandom Wiki says that the flavors are banana, pineapple, orange, and a hint of bubble gum. And of course, that wiki is curated by just random people on the internet. So the description is very funny, where it says, as with other Fanta flavors in the region, its sugar content is much higher compared to other countries in the world.
It's a fucked up color. Oh my god!
Oh, it's Secret of the Ooze over here, everybody.
They don't
is
make
greener
them
than
like
green.
this in America.
It's like toxic nuclear.
But Fanta was made by Coca-Cola to serve during World War II.
I might have something to read about that here in
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
moment.
Oh,
Thank you so much. So much higher sugar content, giving the drink a unique taste, unlike any other. And then it just says, it is not popular for those with a fussy taste.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's
Cheers to a
sample.
fussy.
Here's to
World War
Thailand.
II.
Oh, actually, I got something to cheers to today. Thailand just became the first Southeast Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage. So here's to Thailand.
And it's the bubblegum flavor comes through in the smell.
What the fuck?
A lot.
Oh my god, I taste zero pineapple, zero anything. This is just straight up bubble gum. My god.
It's like
Wow.
sugary.
It's sugary.
There's
I
a
don't know. It's
there's-
kind of good.
Creamy
Look like
bubblegum juice.
absinthe.
Yeah.
It's like absinthe.
You look like absinthe.
Yeah. No, there is something.
Dime store absinthe.
It tastes like apple. It tastes like bubble gum.
I don't know. It's bubblegum cream soda, I guess. Green cream
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Tegucigalpa, Honduras during the springtime?
No.
Not lately.
That's what this tastes like.
Oh, okay.
For one who knows, my God.
Wow.
Oh, taste. Oh, yeah.
Pass that to her.
I'm gonna top it off.
Oh yeah. Give Christy,
off-screen-
off-screen mystery person a sample.
Our audience.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She's a frequent viewer of the show. She's
Okay.
never
Nice.
she's never got to taste the terrible liquid before in real time. So
This is a big day. What do we think? Give us what do we got? You could do a nonverbal. All right. Big Red. Yeah, it's Big Red. It is kind of tastes like Big Red a little bit. Well, Scott kind of, made mention of this. And when we test out these energy drinks, I don't know if you guys knew this, but most energy drink CEOs are either former white rappers or evil. And so I always like to look up the CEO.
Because it's also mostly they have taurine, like things that are kind of semi-illegal chemicals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
non-FDA approved.
Okay.
It says that on a lot of the energy drinks.
Really?
yeah.
So much so that they've made like a Monster or a Rain brand that says FDA approved on it.
Wow.
For the people that were on the fence about the healthiness of it.
It's the kicks of energy drinks. Moms love it. Kids approved.
I had a Brazilian soft drink once, and I was like, and it said had taurine taurine.
Yeah, taurine or guanine or whatever.
Yeah, and I just flipped. Like, I felt terrible. I was just like, yeah. So,
Oh man.
not good. Be careful.
Are you generally sensitive to caffeine? How do you feel towards caffeine? Do you drink a lot of coffee?
I love it. I love a nitro cold brew.
Ooh, yeah.
But the other stuff where it's energy drink, there's something weird about it where it makes me feel terrible.
Yeah.
Sick to my stomach.
Tell them story when you went to the gym.
Oh, I decided, okay, you're on you don't want to go to the gym, but you think to yourself, what if I have a shot of concentrated cold brew?
That you're supposed to cut.
That you're supposed to
milk.
cut with milk and about 12 ounces of water. I didn't cut it. I didn't cut it straight from the bottle. Took a chug. Walked to the gymnasium. Felt like I was on fire. Get on the Stairmaster. My legs gave out. I called Scott and said, "Can you come pick me up? I can't walk."
You literally pick me up.
Yeah, a carrier.
Oh my god!
shit.
That
You
was
got to be
awful.
careful.
Oh my! Just Trader Joe's cold brew.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just like that concentrated stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Jesus.
So don't.
I knew a guy at work who would just drink that straight out of the bottle. Like he would just
awful.
kiss the bottle. Oh.
Whoa.
No, it's bad news. No, I'm an addict of sorts.
There's a clear difference in the feeling between coffee and energy drink because I drink
Yeah.
both consistently enough that I can't quite describe it. The energy drink, you feel jittery, but you don't have as much as the like mental confusion. Sometimes I get really racing thoughts with coffee.
Right.
And I don't get that as bad with energy drinks, but they both end up, if you drink too much, just make you feel terrible, regardless of taurine or caffeine or whatever is in it.
Yeah, actually, I don't drink nitro cold brew anymore because I would go bananas halfway through the day. And my poop smelled real bad.
Thank God Scott's here. We're only getting half
Agreed to
the
do this so
story.
she would admit that. You know it makes your poop smell bad. I mean, it is poop rocket fuel for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they smell bad, and I didn't want to put it together. I was like, but I love nitro so much. And then it was clear that it was totally affecting our relationship.
My wife smells.
I worked at a place where they had nitro cold brew on tap and kombucha and just full of caffeinated beverages. You'd go in the bathroom and it was like a firing range. Yeah, it was
It's like a die pack in a bank or something.
because there's like a big build. It was a big building with lots of people in it.
Right.
so
People doing
they didn't have
paint
that-
jobs in there.
Yeah, I felt bad because I was friends with a lot of the custodians there, so I was like, "Oh god,
Oh boy.
That's my friend who worked at a gas station. She said, like, once a day, someone would go into the bathroom and just fuck it up. Like, spray the room.
Like it was an emergency every time.
Yeah.
Every day. It's like,
My friend
God,
has the
it's
same
so
story.
awful.
In high school, he worked at a gas station, and every day there would be some awful disaster, like
In the poop.
willful on the wall paint jobs.
I worked at a restaurant, and like once a week something weird would happen.
Yeah.
One time, someone came in, and there's a piece of shit, a perfectly round orb of shit right next to the toilet on the ground.
Like a snowball?
Was it a rabbit?
I know it was like you see that black ball right there, like
Wow.
probably like a quarter of the size of that, just
Like a
on the
gift.
ground, and you're like, how did this?
Like a warning.
Why? How? Because there wasn't toilet paper on the floor or anything, or in the toilet. Like they shit on the floor, and then
Said,
just okay. There's the shit on the floor. I'm out of here.
Gots to go. I'm a running.
And that's one of the worst parts of if you ever work in a restaurant, one of the worst things if you also have to clean the bathroom. So terrible.
It also can happen when you work in clothes places. People will take a poop inside clothing.
What?
Yes.
Oh, in the dressing rooms?
In the dressing rooms.
Yeah,
In the fitting rooms?
Yeah, because
Oh my God.
they get in there, they think it's the bathroom, and then it's too late.
No, you
No,
don't
no,
think.
no.
I'm like appalled. I use the fitting room so much. I like go and like find new options.
Anyways, that's just what I've heard.
Yeah,
So,
The shitting room.
I
As it were.
yeah.
That's like some demented. That's like you do that definitely on purpose.
Yeah, that's the.
You don't take like a
What's
certain.
he doing?
He's gonna go sit.
Max is
For
using
anyone-
a box
oh,
of T-shirts
no.
as a bed.
Max
Maybe I'll bring
is
a bed in
sweet
for him.
pug.
Bring a bed.
And
He's getting
he's trying to get into a box.
Uh-oh.
Is that a box of T-shirts?
Yeah. Whoa.
T-shirts from the
book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Fantagraphics printed them up. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool
Nice
for the Comic-Con.
for the Comic-Con. Oh yeah, did that already happen?
Yeah, that already happened. That was fun. I've never been there before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Did
Cool,
you
yeah.
get to check out any stuff too, or are you guys
Yeah,
busy
but it
at
was
the
like
booth?
150,000 people there. It was impossible to really do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It was cool. I really liked Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the weirdest outfit that you saw?
Yeah, I like the handmade stuff. So I don't really know what anything
That's
was.
just a bummer. That's not fun at all.
I'm not a
You're
I'm
not
not
a
a
Comic-Con
person.
person.
So
It just seemed real old men dressed up.
Oh yeah.
really?
I mean, like in their 60s.
No.
I mean, I felt like, sad, but also,
Thanks.
they're trying. They're still trying. I don't know.
What were they
Everyone else was
wearing?
just there like live streaming.
Yeah.
I loved it when seeing people like one person's wearing one costume. And they meet each other and they go, "Do you want to take a picture together?" I love that. That's
nothing.
really cool.
Like two Harry Potters or
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So sweet.
or two Palpatines.
I was gonna say, what would be the big science fiction fantasy thing this year that people would have? Dune, maybe?
Everyone had like these things that look like gills. Remember those gray things that people were using as they were like plastic? I'm sure it was a Star
There was
Wars
also
thing.
that plus
Maybe it was
one
Dune.
or one. It's an animation.
Oh, Godzilla?
One. No, it's one. Something one plus one or one.
Plus one.
The biggest thing ever right now.
Oh, some like cartoon.
On
One
Crunch-
Piece.
One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking plus one, and it's just the shittiest dressed person at a wedding. Oh, I don't even know these people. I'm just here to drink.
Yeah, I mean the gills thing that could be Waterworld.
Waterworld?
I think it's Dune.
Waterworld was never popular.
I bet
think
it's
that's
Dune.
popular, right?
Everyone's also.
Someone, I think, got it for free or something from going to a thing because I saw so many people with those gill things.
I don't remember that at all.
All right.
Were there any other comedians there? Or?
Patton was there.
Patton was
Patton was
there?
there?
Oh, Patton was there?
Of course.
Yeah, but he was there for, actually, I think he was in a movie.
No, he had put a comic book out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. They didn't have a panel on the show about killing Abraham, or the guy who killed Abraham Lincoln or whatever at Comic-Con. I think that's the most recent
yeah.
thing I saw that Patton was
okay.
doing, and I still haven't watched it because it's Apple TV, and I refuse to acknowledge that is a real thing.
You got on presumed innocent, dog.
Well,
I'm like,
Wake up and smell the culture.
yeah, I know.
I'm always impressed by the costumes where they're like in a giant robot suit where they're clearly like
Yeah.
on stilts or something.
Yeah,
you
that is
know?
cool.
isn't it? And the neat thing was we got to go to lunch with a couple of people who are drawers.
Yes.
When I say drawers,
Drawers.
Cartoonists.
drawers.
Jars.
Anyone cool?
Yes.
Wisnia.
Chris Wisnia, who
Wisnow.
he has a book out with Fantagraphics, and then we got to meet with, oh god dang it, she just won the Eisner Award. She's super nice, and she wrote a book with her cousin. I want to say it's called Floating. It's a graphic novel that won the Eisner Award. Anyways, so good. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
fine.
the worst.
Scott's gonna find her name. Yeah, I don't know. We'll edit that part out.
Yeah, it's
we'll,
No,
we'll,
edit-
we'll have
no, cut-
Rivers do a drop in.
Cut it all out. Just
It'll be a nice seamless transition.
put in this original song.
Oh, don't think I won't.
That's cool. And
Hell yeah.
they're just fun people to talk to.
Yeah, it's just nice
so-
just to meet new people who are also trying to make stuff.
And they
Yeah.
said Dan Clowes was coming to meet us, but we never met him.
Oh yeah,
But he likes
Ghost
the
World,
book.
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And he likes the book, and he likes Maria, of course.
Did it it make y'all want to keep collaborating more and make
Yeah,
more
I mean,
books
this
and
was
stuff?
great to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, all the questions were like, how did it go? It was just perfect.
Yeah, it was because he did the majority of the work, and then also, it was very. We kind of know, like, I don't know. I think
like she leaves me alone. I leave her alone when we're doing work. So
yeah,
she's not coming in. Well, it should be like this.
Yeah.
Did y'all have to figure that out, like over the course of making it, like how to work with each other?
We already tell the stories about the dogs between each other.
And I think we're old. Like, I think you get to know exactly how you want to do stuff. And I mean, I think if you, like, I really respect his art practice and vice versa. Mm-hmm. So I don't go in there and tell him, and he didn't tell me what to do.
What is this goddamn shit?
Yeah, I got a chance to read it this afternoon. It was lovely. Good. Yeah, it's called Hogbook and Lazer Eyes.
Thank you.
Kind of tells the story of you guys meeting, and then also your dogs, your lovely animals as well. And I'm pretty novice at just comics, anything, but it did remind me of my favorite Paul Giamatti thing, that being American Splendor.
Oh yeah,
Sideways.
Sideways. Yes, yeah, that's right. I was drunk on wine while I was reading it.
Nice.
Yes, it was just reminding me of a bottle of cab salve.
It was reminding me of John Adams on HBO.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was insisting that they call George Washington His Majesty while drinking wine, and I was wondering to what extent you kind of had a bit of a R. Crumb sort of influence in terms of the illustration. Like,
oh yeah,
it was really awesome.
Yeah, R. Crumb, Dan Clowes.
Yeah, it was such a fun read.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sam let me borrow his copy, but
is this your first comic?
Oh no, I've done them on Xeroxes, for 35 years.
Zines and stuff.
Zines for punk rock stuff, and
very cool.
Back in Philadelphia, where I would do silkscreen little books. I mean, we do runs of 50. Even this originally was just merch for her. Yeah, and then Fantagraphics got a copy and was like, "Who are you?" I mean, they know who Maria is, but they didn't know who I was. Yeah.
It was awesome. It was so great.
Like, how is this old guy doing this? We never heard of him.
Yeah, it's really wonderful.
I'll take it. I love Fantagraphics.
Yeah, it's a rad book. Yeah, everybody should check it out. And yeah, I'll send one. I'm not afraid. I'm going to send one to one of you guys.
A guy who does like a 15-minute YouTube review of it, and he kind of, I mean, it's kind of fair to middling to bad.
What's his name? We're going tonight. We're pulling up.
Dick Face. Richard Face. Yeah.
Richard Faced Cuntington. Oh.
Everyone's got their thing. I guess there's not enough like swords or people flying.
Yeah,
or whatever
exactly.
his issue with comics are.
I got
fuck you, whoever you are.
Yeah, for real.
You just pissed me off.
You should, dude.
I didn't know about this till 30 seconds ago, and now I'm impassioned. You don't disrespect a podcast guest.
There you go. Yeah, buddy. Hey, fella.
Yeah, you YouTube anything of my stuff, there's like, just bizarrely well-crafted hate speech about how I should kill myself.
Oh my God.
And you're already talking about that in
I've
the video.
already talking about it. Like,
Watch the damn show.
Who would say such a thing? That's lonely.
Oh, unfortunately, find any female comedian that you enjoy and read the comments. You're like, I don't want to live in this world.
Or anything.
Well, anything that people have paid attention to.
About things that you don't even, you just go, oh my God, I would never have a passionate feeling about it. I try not to look at reviews because it is such a bummer.
Do you ever seek it out?
Ones.
Yeah, do you ever seak it out out of morbid curiosity?
Or just click on the wrong thing and go, oh no, that's a bummer. And sometimes they're totally right. I mean, I know that I've had people say, oh, you're apolitical, or your voice is irritating, or I don't get it. And it's like, yeah, those are all things
Valid.
Yeah, valid. Yeah. Some people, my parents didn't get it. Like my dad would be like, "Yeah, I don't understand what you're talking about, but I'm glad you're making a living."
Yeah, we've gotten a YouTube comment before where somebody said we all laugh too much. I was like, yeah, that's a comedy show.
Yeah,
fuck off.
But also, it's like that's our thing.
Yeah, it's
a fun. Like it.
It's supposed to be fun.
Time.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
Well, now I'm self-conscious about it.
I don't listen to things labeled comedy in order to not have fun.
I like we got a comment recently. We did a segment about a cult in a small town, and then somebody commented that they live in that town and that they'll drive by people's houses and take pictures to intimidate them.
Yeah,
if anyone speaks out about them.
Yeah, shout out to Redlands, California.
So we're probably on some sort of list.
It's the Bethel Church, which is so they're a mega church, but they have like a charismatic husband and wife leader. And the thing that drew my interest was whenever they have their big revivals, they will pack the air conditioning units full of gold glitter and feathers, and they call it the rain of glory. And so they shut on the air conditioner, and all of the glitter and feathers start shooting out over the congregation, and everybody's like, "It's Jesus," and they believe that shit. But they have a facility that I can't remember the name of it, but it is referred to locally as Christian Hogwarts, which is just where they teach you how to like expel demons and speak in tongues. And
this is in Redlands, California?
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, right near Mount Shasta, folks.
Who books that gig? Oh my God, that's monstrous. I want to visit.
Yeah.
Aren't you going up there this weekend?
I'm going to Grass Valley. Is that where it is?
Is that close?
I don't know. I just know it's near Mount Shasta.
I'm going to Modesto next week.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I think that's.
I had Bakersfield just a few months back. Don't think I'm not. My career is in a fast track trade success. She's going places. What's next? Sayulitas, Mexico.
Grass Valley sounds lovely.
Oh, we love Bakersfield. We all took a class trip and got vaccinated there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the place to do it because nobody wanted to get
That's right. No one wanted it.
Well, no, there was none. Yeah, exactly. There was none available in LA, so they were like, come up. And so we drove up and got our.
Come on. Everyone thinks it's going to mutate their DNA here in Bakersfield. We got plenty.
Yeah. And then we took a picture by the Corn Street and great time.
Oh, it's not the Corn Street, sir. It's Corn Row.
Right. Yeah. I forgot.
The band Korn from Bakersfield. Bakersfield has two grand boulevards, one named for Merle Haggard and one named for Buck Owens, the two country stars. For their actual best-selling artists, the band Korn, they have reserved a dirt, broken-up pavement, shitty street that runs parallel to the train tracks, and it's called Corn Row.
Wow.
And I'm like, they didn't even pave it, but it's also kind of perfect for that band a little bit. It's like,
that's good.
This is where,
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, we just see, random people just kind of smoking crack back there. I was like, it's good sounding. It's perfect. People with the audacity to smoke crack behind City Hall. Heads up. Those people are awesome.
Hey, they should just move to LA and go pro. With
a GoPro.
If they want to smoke crack outside City Hall, they could do it in the big city.
It's hard because there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
It's intimidating.
That's the thing. Yeah. LA then you're going up against 25, 50 crack.
They're veterans.
They're
all
vets,
the scene
yeah.
They're all like 10 years younger than you. It sucks.
Oh.
What are we giving the Fanta, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
We usually
We're still
rate
doing
these.
that.
Out of 10?
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
I like it. I wish it was more carbonated, but I'm going like a 4 just in terms of the taste because it's.
I like it.
I filed this under the category of something that is so weird you just keep drinking it or eating it.
Yeah.
I finished the can.
I would have it again.
I think it'd be nice with a hot dog.
Ooh, yeah.
Definitely. Ooh, I'd give it a 4 also.
I'd give it a 4.
Okay. Hell
I
yeah.
like a 4.
All right.
I think it's a
clean
unanimous
sweep.
4. Yeah, I'm going 4.
Yeah.
Nice, not bad.
Well, speaking of art and speaking of painting, this is related to the. I'm going to just go ahead and call him the worst painter of all time, Adolf Hitler.
I'm sitting right here. Oh, yes.
So this is Matthew Blitz writing for Atlas Obscura. It's February 1944, and Berlin is attempting to recover from an American aerial bombardment, but life and industry continues on the city's outskirts. And so we're talking about the birthplace of Fanta here. So during World War II, Fanta, basically, as soon as the Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor, Hitler declares war on the United States. The United States can no longer sell Coca-Cola's syrup to Germany, which they had been doing the whole time. I found out Coca-Cola sponsored the 1936 Olympics in Germany, like the Hitler Olympics. So they had no compunction about selling Coke syrup to Hitler until he declared war on us, and then they had to stop. So Fanta is actually born out of this guy Max Keith. It's spelled Keith, I believe it's pronounced Kith, but he was the owner of Coca-Cola Germany, and so he's just like, all right, what are we going to do? And what they decided to do was come up with a makeshift beverage that was made out of whey and apple scraps, beet sugar, just like anything they had laying around, they made into what is now Fanta. But I just found it interesting.
So it's Nazi juice.
Yes,
Nazi
exactly.
juice.
This
Mit
is
apple scraps.
straight up. Yeah.
Delightful apple scraps.
Yeah. This is the Volkswagen of sodas.
All right.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a Hispanic brand.
Fanta.
It's because Coke has such wide distribution, and I think the cola flavor is more popular in Western countries, but Fanta is more prevalent elsewhere, and then in South America too. So, like, for whatever reason, I think English-speaking countries and Western European countries dig the dark sodas, and everywhere else is like,
Fanta's been around that long?
Yeah, so it actually comes out of World War II.
So it's orange because there's Fanta's orange, Fanta grape. And
Yeah,
then that's it.
So the original one,
Apple?
the original one, the article says it was basically made from the leftovers of other food industries: fruit shavings, apple fiber, pulp, beet sugar, and whey. So whey is the stuff that doesn't get turned into cheese when you make milk into cheese. So it was not orange yet. It only became orange when they reintroduced Fanta in 1955. Because once America rolled into Berlin, they shut down all the Coca-Cola plants, and then when they reopened,
good on them.
Yeah.
That's the important stuff.
Finally.
Important thing.
And that guy, Max Keith, by the way, later he was just put in charge of the entire European division of Coca-Cola, even though during the war he absolutely had a little tiny Hitler mustache.
Wow.
Like, he was never in the party, but he really loved Hitler. And just went on, didn't go to Nuremberg, just lived his life, just making Coca-Cola in Europe until he died.
So
It was a Coca-Cola mustache.
You missed a little spot right here in the middle.
Charlie Chaplin had a Coca-Cola mustache too.
Yeah, but apparently they found him hiding in one of his plants when they invaded Europe, the Americans. So at least he was dragged out kicking and screaming at some point from a
Wow.
Coca-Cola plant.
They tried one of the fans. Like, this is good.
So bad.
They're probably
It sounds
like, this is
the color would
horrifying.
be like beige or brown, but
Yeah.
not in like a appetizing way, like a toxic water way.
Yeah.
Beet sugar and apple scraps.
Yeah. Sounds
Ugh.
Zyklon B.
Yeah.
That sounds like you'd go to like a hippy dippy store and they have a dog treat and they're like, yeah, it's made out of beet sugar and apple scraps.
It sounds
really
like-
good for them, actually.
In way.
I imagine it just tastes like kombucha.
I had a friend who drank so much kombucha, her husband had to have an intervention with her. She was like downloading like 9 a day, and
Whoa.
he just wanted it. He was worried about her because he's like, these
Your
cost
shit
like 10.
smells terrible.
He was
Wait, was
just
she
like,
sober?
no, she's
Because
not
there's
sober.
alcohol in it.
Oh, I know, but she just he was worried about the cost because they're like $15 a piece, or what at that
they can be
point they can be really
expensive,
expensive. So, anyways,
It was a financial reason.
yeah, it was a financial reason that's got it.
was it?
Anyways, you know who that is, but it's okay.
That shit makes you tweak out. I used to drink that at work. At the nitro cold brew thing, they also had kombucha on top.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can.
What
That
the
stuff's
hell?
so caffeinated. It's because they don't want to pay you what you deserve if you work at Bird Scooters.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're
it
just
was-
like, here's a keg of cold brew. Go wild.
Yeah.
We got
Wow.
the whole thing of LaCroix. Drink as much as you want. No, you don't get good health.
Yeah,
care.
we're
You get
Silicon
the
Valley.
worst one.
Fuck you.
They do have a mini fridge of Red Bulls at our job. Too.
Yeah.
It's that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they sold kombucha during Stalin's reign.
Yeah.
Russia's
What was it called?
Because wasn't it? Yeah, did they reach? Is that the one where they redistributed? Is that the genocide where they redistributed all the land?
But they got kombucha as a little prize. Thank you for participating.
Yes.
Here's the fart tea.
I thought kombucha. I didn't know it was tea.
Yeah, it's fermented tea.
Shit.
Tea, they let it go a little bit bad. There's like a microbiotic or probiotic, so people are like, it's good for you. That's why it burns when you drink it.
There's non-alcoholic kombucha too, right?
Is there? I thought the amount in it was just kind of negligible unless you were really down in it like a freako.
Yeah, I got to say, we did mention this before we...
like a fucking freako.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Trying to get wasted off of like non-alcoholic cider and kombucha. I found out my dad didn't know that you're supposed to spit out mouthwash.
What the fuck?
For like most of it. He had just been using it and drinking it.
Oh, no.
And he thought that's what you're supposed to do.
That's not wrong, though. I'm going to try that.
Okay, yeah, why not?
Kind of dish.
Why not? I mean,
people drink peppermint schnapps.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I got to be honest. I think I've swallowed some mouthwash in my time.
Not like a whole like mouthful.
Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah.
Did it make you feel good?
Yeah, I would like get to writing on my typewriter and shit. To write pilots and stuff.
So turns you into kindergarten Bukowski.
yeah. Talk about the hopelessness of it all and shit. Yeah.
My dad,
my bubblegum flavored toothpaste.
My dad saw
some whore threw me off the fucking monkey bars.
My dad basically saw me spit out mouthwash one day, and then he was like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, "Because you're
that's the good stuff, Daddy.
Daddy, you're supposed to spit it out." And he's like, "Your mom just told you that because she doesn't want you getting drunk."
That's
like, what? And then I like pulled out the bottle, and it's like, it says, "If ingested, call poison control."
Yeah.
I got like such a worried look on his face, like, "Oh, I've been doing this for like 4 fucking decades."
Oh my god!
He used to have mouthwash in his car, and I never like thought about it until that moment. And I was like, "Oh, he was doing mouthwash shots in the car."
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! Did your dad didn't have a drinking problem, did he?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that's just incognito mode for drunk driving.
You buried the lead.
He needed the mouthwash to
Classic
cover up the
intervention
booze and the like weed on his breath, probably. So.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. That's incognito mode for drinking and driving. So you can just drink a little mouthwash and maybe a little booze and cover up the smell.
Yeah, why not? It's a good time for everyone.
Did you ever
for your kids in the car who are terrified?
Hey, but it's like a Wooly Coaster.
That's bringing back memories.
My parents didn't drink that much, but I remember when they had a couple of drinks, I would get scared. I'd be like, "You're not acting like you should."
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Stop it.
Yeah. My brother definitely noticed my dad act different when him and his friend were drinking their beers. He knew when he was like 5, like, oh, they're acting weird, and I don't like it.
Me and my brother used to laugh. My dad and his friend would drink on the back patio and listen to Bob Seger really loud, Against the Wind.
There we go.
Crank that and Like a Rock. I was bold, but still running. Like they'd smoke cigars and shit. I was like, Dad's being different right now.
Do you have like a Pavlovian response to that song now? Just like
the cowboy rides.
Oh yeah. Oh, he loved the Chevy song too, Like a Rock. Lord, I remember. Lord, I remember.
Oh my god!
What if he just like woke up in the middle of the night, like, Lord, I remember.
Would that happen to you?
Yeah. My dad would wake up in the middle of the night and sing Bob Seger.
No, I just thought you would wake up at night.
Yeah.
Hear that party going down.
Yeah.
I would definitely I've held Bob Seger's greatest hit CD and be like, this is dad music.
Quite literally.
Was your dad a vet?
What's so funny?
No, he just fucking loved Forrest Gump.
He was so in shape. Like he was ran marathons and shit. I don't know. I don't know what spoke him.
Like what was he fighting against?
I don't.
The wind.
Against the wind.
Obviously, he's fighting against the wind.
Like cowboy rides.
Yeah, I think he just liked like just a regular guy singing it like it is, like that kind of like that theory.
You like hear that song and you just immediately smell cigar smoke and
Oh yeah,
It's weird how like guys who just like that hard rockin', like semi-emotional stuff are like, this is truth music. This is real. This is emotional.
he liked Ernest. Like he likes U2 as well.
is he a Springsteen guy?
Yeah, like Springsteen.
Okay, yeah.
All the classics.
How about Billy Joel?
I bet there's a place in his heart for William Joel as well. Yeah.
It's okay to have a critical opinion of Billy Joel. To dissect it and say, he's an excellent songwriter. It's an earworm. You definitely but
He's got a couple ones.
Actually, Billy Joel is one of those kind of guys. Based on we coming up later, we'll be reading some YouTube comments, and I did one for Piano Man, and there was a comment. The guy was like, "Yeah, I live on Long Island. I see Billy Joel down by the docks with his motorcycle, smoking cigarettes sometimes." I was like, oh my god, he is like
he's cool.
He's that dad, and I was like, also quit blowing up his spot, man. You don't want his wife to know about that shit.
Let him have his cigarette corner.
He's just trying to go off for a ride and smoke some cigs. It's right out to Montauk right now, and the woman doesn't need to know a goddamn thing about it.
Oh boy.
My friend says he's someone who writes Broadway tunes who wants to be a rock and roller.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Makes sense.
Have
I heard his song in the gas station the other day. They're playing New York State of Mind.
Oh, that song rules.
Have y'all ever heard his first band Attila?
Attila, yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Up top, bro.
Yeah.
he listened to the album more than once.
Oh my god! I had
really?
to because I'm not a big fan of Billy Joel, so I thought I needed all the fuel to back my arguments.
Yeah. So if you don't know,
hate listening.
Oh my god!
well,
yes.
well, wait till I describe it. Attila could best be described as Billy Joel was a very young man who heard Jimi Hendrix, and he didn't play guitar, but he was like, I want to be the Jimi Hendrix of keyboards. So he plugged every pedal and distortion amp, everything into his keyboards, and is just doing like hard rock, but it's exactly as hard as you can rock on a keyboard, which is not hard at all. And he's singing in a high Robert Plant-esque falsetto. Really neat. I don't even think it's on Spotify, but it is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Look up the song Wonder Woman,
find
folks.
the records. I think there's bootlegs of it out there.
Oh, it's like that ET video game. Billy Joel had those fucking burned in the desert.
Yeah.
What's the band that Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham Nicks?
Buckingham Nicks.
They scrubbed that from Spotify.
Oh, they did?
It's not on there. I got it on vinyl, baby. Physical media.
Oh wow.
Yeah, physical media.
Because of contract reasons or because they don't like it?
I don't know.
Well, they do famously hate each other.
That might be.
Well, that's like Bad Religion has a electronic album
Into the Unknown
that they've scrubbed.
Whoa.
which is
really?
really fun.
It's not awful.
Yeah, the first song is fun.
Yeah.
But it's just like really cheesy
Into the
synthesizers.
Void or
Into
something.
I think it's called Into the Unknown.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's cool to listen to Greg
scrub
Kravitz
that
sing
one.
that shit. Yeah.
We have a segment on the show called Top 3, where we get our listeners to write into us with top 3 lists they wish us to populate and opine upon. Our friend Yorgo in the Discord. And by the way, if you would like to submit a top 3 list, tweet at me tweet at us, I should say, at The Goods Pod, or join the Discord, linktree.com/TheGoodsPod, and chat with Sam and I are on there every day talking to the people.
I have no job.
We have nothing to do.
No
Carter,
one to talk to.
Carter's on there like once a month, whatever.
People are always asking us what Carter's doing.
Yeah.
We're saying, I don't even know if Carter likes me. I don't even know.
I have used the phrase Carter is a private man.
Yeah.
I'm a private person, and I will search my name on the Discord and see if people are talking about me.
Yeah.
And if they are, then great. I'll go back to my affairs.
So Yorgo wants to know the top 3 songs you never get tired of. So this one, I'm going to just run mine down real quick as a matter of principle anytime. And I realize it's lame because of the band involved and because of the classic I'm doing a thing. And so I should play a song that describes the thing I'm doing. But anytime I'm flying anywhere, as soon as the plane starts taking off, I got to queue up "Fly By Night" by Rush. That's a fucking that's the dorkiest answer. Fuck yeah. My life again. Yeah. I just turned 38, and 80s Rush has entered my life in a really upsetting way. I'm not proud of it, folks, but it's just something that happens with age. My second one, "Bombs Over Baghdad" by Outkast.
Nice.
Anytime that shit drops, that is an immediate hell yeah. Power music, electric revival, hard to fucking beat. And then along the same lines, number one, it's never going to not hit, and that is Rage Against the Machine, "Bulls on Parade."
Nice.
Yeah.
You like to come with it now.
Yeah. Well, and I like the it's got the big riff at the beginning, and then they don't give it to you again until the very end. And when that switch happens, that's when I'm the most ready to topple the government.
Is that the wow, wow?
Yeah. Well, people remember the ow wow chicka wow wow, but what you don't remember is the bano bano at the beginning.
Yeah, I remember.
And then but then at the end they're doing a bow chicka wow, and then it hits. Then they change it to the banam banam. Oh,
You think the producer talked about it that way?
that moment? Hey man, if you're as good as music as Tom Morell, you probably could talk about that way, and he would just be like, yeah. So that's my top three. Maria, what you got?
Oh God, I know. This is embarrassing. I just like whatever I hear last.
Wait, you dislike whatever your last?
No, I like things that I've heard a lot of. So I am the person who gets into pop music, where I go,
Right.
"Oh, that's nice."
Okay.
And why? Because I've just heard it. I heard it, and it has that same chord change that everybody likes. So I feel like I can't qualify this one because I just feel like I'm too suggestible to be discerning.
Okay.
I just like it. Oh, it's that sound again.
Well, when you put on music, what do you do?
Yeah.
You
I
just
put on
like
the radio.
you just you do
Okay.
On the radio, and then
shuffle play.
and then I play, and I won't even tell you some of the artists I play because of their horrible political stances. Yeah,
P. Diddy,
Not
Kanye,
P. Diddy,
R. Kelly.
but,
Big country, like a lot of country stuff.
I did like.
Oh,
I can't even tell you.
no.
It's awful. Morgan Wallen.
Oh,
Okay. Very popular.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's got a nice voice, but I know he's not great. And then, I mean, and I like, Taylor Swift.
you like a Chapel Roan?
Chaperone. I haven't heard her song as much. Could I hear it one more time and then I'll love it? That's what happens. I just have to hear it 3 times, and then I'm like, that's so good.
That was one of those I just became aware of her just from scrolling internet, and I was like, this will eventually just via osmosis enter my brain. I don't need to explore this further.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like Taylor Swift. I'm like, I'm going to hear it in a drugstore, so I don't need to actively go after this.
But I like learning about, I like new sounds. Like, I'm trying to think of, what's that one that has the electric jug in it?
Oh, 13th floor elevator.
Oh, yeah.
Rocky Erickson.
And I finally found a video of them from like 1964, 5 or 6, whatever. And he's playing the jug in the back.
That just makes me laugh.
And he's the founder of the band, so he's in it. He's on 3 albums.
That makes me laugh so hard. It's like the one guy who's the founder plays this weird thing, and it's like everything sounds the same except this.
Yeah.
He does the same thing.
Yeah, he just. Yeah.
Every song.
And then we saw Kraftwerk. I mean, I like here because he taught, or not taught me, but like he has really specific things that he's passionate about. So it's like I get to learn. It's interesting, and then I've learned to really love. Like I love Kraftwerk. I do.
It's at the Walt Disney Concert Hall,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
What album did you go to?
We went to Man Machine.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, and she got tickets front row, and she was laughing, I think, for the whole hour and a half.
It just was
'Cause
so
you're just standing
fucking
there.
funny. Like the part of thing, because I watched some of their videos online of them being when they're in their 20s, and they're just jumping around with machines and stuff like that. And now they're all, or few of them are in their late 70s, so they're like 1 key,
There's only one original member now, I think.
And I'm just like, right on. Because you start thinking about that. I'm 54 and I go, yeah, what can I do on stage where I won't hurt myself?
But your body of work is just captivating people.
Yeah. Just trying to. And so actually, my new solution is to play my mom. I'm getting a little fat suit made.
Not that I'm not growing into it. And soon I won't need it. But just.
Is that going to open up pratfalls more?
Yeah, especially if I get a little cushion. If I get a little cushion around it, I make the falls more cozy. Because I do like to fall in my act, and I do. But now my skin is more thin as I've gotten older, so it turns into a big purple giant bruise, and it's shocking. How
you bleed
aging
for
works.
your art.
You bleed for your art, but it's so funny.
Scott, how do you feel about your wife hurting herself on stage?
No, I think I have to go up there sometimes and grab her or help her.
Yes.
If I asked you to, I'd be down, but
only if she
good.
drinks a cold brew. And
That's
then
right.
Yeah,
the legs stop working.
You could ruin the show if she did her pratfall and you just go, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
Honey, no. That would be funny.
It'd be funny for everyone here except for her.
Sometimes she gets real nervous before a show. I said, I'll just be your hype man behind you. I think that would be funny as hell.
I think that'd be so funny, and I would love that.
I'll just be holding the cane.
No, you gotta have the air horn. Give the
The air horn.
Yeah.
Or like in third base. Remember that guy with the cane? I don't know if you're...
Pete Nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, there we go.
You get a
The
bowler
gas
hat.
face.
That's right.
What you got, Scott? What are your
3...
songs you never get tired of?
There's a live album by Roxy Music 1974.
Ooh, good
There's
choice.
like 6 songs on it, but there's the first song on there called Out of the Blue, and the drumming, and it's just great. I've listened to that in loops.
Wow.
So I hate flying, so I'll just put one song on a loop, and I'll take Xanax, and that's what I do. Just
And Roxy Music, weirdly, that's kind of a good description of it, is flying on Xanax over and over.
And then our trip, we just came back from Iceland. I had Kate Bush's Rocket's Tale from Central World, I think. And it's not even a great hit, but I love that song, and it was just on loop. Go listen to it. It's great. And then I listen to this on a loop all the time, like not even on the plane. It's by Carl Orff. It's O Fortuna, and it's like that. Boom. But there's one, I have this vinyl of it, and the kettle drums are so mic'd, and it's just like, to me, it's just going to battle. And
hold on, what's it like, Maria, when you come home and he's blasting the hell music?
I like that. I love that song. That's dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, the hell
dun,
music.
da, da, da,
I watch the videos of it on YouTube. I think it's one of the greatest songs ever made.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you came to love it.
No, I'm very suggestible.
Okay.
So, like, if you're into
Open-minded.
it, I'll go,
all right.
oh my God, that's not, I see why it's beautiful, and I see why it's wonderful. But I do only last an hour and a half at any given performance, including stand-up
That's
comedy.
fair.
She'll do 20 minutes sometimes.
What?
In Sweden at the Father John Misty.
No, we were there for an hour and a half.
No, I think you saw five
No,
songs.
because we stayed. The opener went for 45,
Yeah,
and then you got Father John Misty, and he does a half hour, and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Especially stand-up shows. Like anything past an hour and a half is like torture.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's ridiculous. I know sometimes when somebody goes, oh, they went on for 3-4 hours, I go, about what?
Yeah.
Like at that point, like
It's what else? What else? Like on
what
their
else?
phone.
Or even like the human experience, like you've covered it all now. Like, if you haven't covered everything in 2 hours.
And one more thing about microplastics.
It's more like you hear that and then you realize it's Dave Chappelle talking to 2 people in the room at the Comedy Store, and the staff is like, we can't tell him to leave or get off stage. And he's like, what do you think about Palestine? And it's like hour 4.
Yeah. Well, that is the right venue to solve that particular situation.
The Comedy Store.
The Comedy Store at 2 a.m. when there's 3 people and they're all drunk.
People talking about things, really seems to solve. Diplomacy is really always.
I called my local representative
Yeah.
and said, hey, can you tell those guys to knock it off?
Strongly worded.
You know those guys over there? Tell them to stop.
And what's your zip code? Knock it off. Thank you so much.
Y'all quit.
It's like I got lists on my notes of like things to do today. Solve that is at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Clean my car was a little above it. I had a lot of stuff to do that day.
Oh man, yeah. When you were talking about Carl Orff, I just picture, not even a relationship, just having a new friend to go into their house and they're just listening to the hell music and just going, no, listen to the drums. I'll be like, that might not be.
I like that.
Okay.
That's good. That's
All right.
good.
But I could do. There's albums I listen to all the time, like the first Jesus Mary Chain album.
Oh,
There's
sure, yeah.
The singles Going Steady by the Buzzcocks. I mean, there's albums I just listen to over and over.
What about the throat singer guy?
Oh my God, Tuvan Throat Singers.
Oh yeah.
I love any of those.
Do you fuck with Congerol Andar?
Oh, I don't know that.
That's
name.
my guy.
Maybe I know Hun Hurter.
Oh yeah.
There's one group that does.
Hey, everybody here, go fuck yourselves. We're talking throat.
One group that does Joy Division covers.
Joy Division?
Joy Division, like
That's cool.
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, Joy Division.
It's like
Those guys suffer a lot from throat
I
cancer.
fucking bet.
And then the Ethiopian guy you like to listen to?
Oh, like there's Ethiopics. It's like a big movement of music in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, right.
Even in the 80s.
it's like 20 volumes of it. Or
Yeah. That's great stuff.
Yeah, somebody they got that on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else sent me that.
It's not like anything you've heard before. Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
Because you just will like play music the whole time you're painting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You'll paint
But
for,
sometimes I'll have the same record on for 8 hours.
wow.
It's so funny. Like one of my best friends growing up is also a painter and illustrator.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you guys, you got the best diverse, crazy music things because it is just such a amount of just you have to spend time concentrating, but listening to yourself. So Sean's got the best music recs, and so far,
good.
you're killing it too.
I can't listen to podcasts when I paint.
Yeah,
because there's words.
Yeah.
Or I can't listen to books either.
I can't do it when I write.
Yeah.
When you're writing, what do you do? Like what?
I
Walk?
don't listen to anything.
But yeah.
I like to. Yeah, well, and I like to. So I can't get myself to do anything because I have no ambition left. So I have to get a witness. So either I do go write at shows or I will perform whatever I've written in my notebook to individuals who I've met via Twitter.
Oh,
okay.
Or friends who I'll pay friends. It's Los Angeles. It's Road Warrior. Everyone,
So you're doing TaskRabbit for jokes?
Well, yeah, just because like I want everybody deserves to get paid in Los Angeles, and it's ridiculous, and and I'm grateful for my friends because I feel it's safe.
Yeah,
safe.
right. Yeah.
And they're gonna say, that's amazing. That is so good. I mean, it's so funny. And that's the kind of
well, you did
friendship
those,
I need.
You did those matinee shows in East Hollywood for a while, right? At the
And I do 8 a.m. shows now in Altadena. I just want to get it over with.
That's right.
Which is the attitude.
That post-show feeling is nice. Where you just right,
and then you just ride that the rest of the day. Just go, I'm done.
8 a.m.
nice.
It's so wild.
Right? You have a cup of coffee. The whole audience is kind of weirded out by the process, and everybody's bored in Los Angeles or underemployed, and so they don't have it. They make fun of it. Everybody makes fun of it. They go,
it's sure.
Biff, what are you doing, dude? You're doing at 8 a.m. And they go, hey, do you let guest sets or? How dare you?
It's like the real thing is it's got to be 4 hours and everyone's drunk and it's filled with tension. Like that's the real thing.
I made me laugh so hard. This one guy showed up to an 8 a.m. show and he goes, "Hey, no. Yeah, this show was starting at. I started sharp at 8 a.m. because like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right. We're not holding for the door. What?
Yeah.
And but this guy goes, he was at the show and he was kind of on his phone the whole time, and I'm like, all right, okay, well, enjoy yourself. And then he comes, he goes, "Hey, I was just thinking, I was hoping I could get a spot opening for you guys. I know you're doing this a couple times this week, but." Yeah, I didn't get here. He came in the show late, and then had his phone out the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, man, you're going about this all wrong. And especially, like, there's so many other places you can do this. Like, be shitty at doing stand-up. Do it somewhere else. Don't wake up early.
It's like going up to someone on like an elliptical or something and be like, "Hey, I'd like a job."
Yeah. Hey, I was. I don't know. It's so strange. But I mean, not that I'm not doing that too. I love the easy way of doing anything. Like, I love to go, "Hey, I'm just here. Could I do what you're doing?"
Same.
Now, of course, you can because you know,
Well, I try not to do that. I try to put my name in the bucket at open mics, but a lot of times they're very. Sometimes
they rig it.
They rig it. Oh, they totally rig it.
Yeah,
just because you're famous.
Yeah,
they put you up early at the
they'll put me up
open mic.
earlier, and I'm like, shit, I know that's asinine because I remember being in the open mic and being like, fucking so-and-so is here, and I've been here. I go here every week. And they can go up someplace nice. And they can ruin someone else's day. Like, why are they coming to
We were
my
in
favorite
Reykjavik
place?
last week, and she went into an open mic, and they let her go right up.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Wow.
And guess what? I took that cruise ship audience and I did 5 minutes of my best suicide material. And I lightly dropped the mic into the receiver.
See you guys on the upper deck.
Yeah, see you on the ship.
I think I just laid an upper decker.
I gotta say, the first time I ever got like a bucket rigged in my favor, like I was the same way. I was like, "That's bullshit. Been here for 3 hours." And the first time it happened in my favor, I was like, "Oh, this rules. This is great." Yeah.
Well, it's because now I go, I go, well, I guess if that's a benefit. I mean, I've been doing it 30, but still, it's like, no.
Yeah.
You're going to an open mic because it's easy to get here, and because you like the vibe, you get to wait with the bucket with everybody else. And that's the beauty of the democracy. So I'm going to hold myself to it. The next time we're at an open mic, I'm not going to let them rig it. Because they rig it every time I go to the thing. They rig it every time.
You should go, I'm just going to wait to put my name in.
Yeah.
And then go last on purpose and have the worst time ever.
And
maybe I'll have the best time ever.
It's true. Sometimes it gets better.
Yeah, sometimes it does get better, and you're like, oh my God, this guy did a whole rhyming act that was misogynist and body positive. How do you do that?
I saw the pictures from the one this week, and I wanted to go, but there's a guy who went up with a TV for a head.
Whoa,
PDA.
Mr. TV, he's back. Like, who else could it be? Holy shit, are you serious?
I don't know what it was. Well, there's also a guy at PDA who just does weird bits all the time with animatronic stuff.
Hold on. When you say a TV, was the TV on his head, or was it a cutout giant TV that he was performing?
No, it looked like
in?
a real working television.
Oh, okay. It's not Mr. TV. That guy is... I never want to find out what happened to Mr. TV. When I first moved to LA in 2012, it was a guy who had on wheels, I would say a 5 or 6 foot tall TV that was very like kind of 60s kind of cool mid mod sort of looking TV, and it was just a big cutout, and he would roll it up and he would do the thing where he'd reach down and be like, now I'm going to change the channel. And then he would do an act out inside the TV. And it's one of those like, you would just see him outside of an open mic with his gigantic prop. And you're like, okay, Mr. TV's here. He lugged those up a stairs.
Wow.
That was, you almost, that was like 2012. Just smashed me in the face when you said there was a guy with a fucking TV on his head. I was like, oh my God, is it Mr. fucking TV? But
there's just a guy who makes like animatronic and like digital like comedy like art pieces.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen him. It's really great, right?
Yeah,
he's
pretty
insanely
funny.
my
good.
guy's just a nut. Okay.
This guy had like a wizard's hat that talked with a mouth and stuff, but you
Whoa.
didn't see it coming until it just started talking.
Wow. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Jesus.
Hey.
Hello.
I still have like in my head just a perfect vision of Mr. TV pushing the TV over a hill into a sunset at some point. I like to picture it. I don't know.
There was an open mic that used to be, and it was my idea with another comic, do it at the top of a hill in Griffith Park with just a megaphone.
Oh, wow.
And it went on for, I want to say, like a couple months. And then it slowly became just like this sad circle where we all sit around in a circle and just say our acts to each other.
Just became a writing
Focus group,
a jam session.
Yeah, there's some that started like that during the pandemic.
Oh, right.
Yes.
But it turned into some bad energy thing. Also, where like two comics like tried to physically fight each
I was
other at
about
the
to
top
say.
of the mountain or something. There's like long-standing beef between them over it, over the hiking open mic.
People are like, is it like people were getting drunk on the way out to?
They're probably probably up there, and
They get
getting
they're
drunk
just
out
fully
and
drunk out
talking
there, and then they have
shit.
to. Oh boy!
I know they were doing it at the Pan Pacific Park at some point.
Oh, I did one there.
Did you? Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm just cool
Pacific
with stand up
Park.
being dead forever rather than going to
you're
this.
at the like amphitheater thing outside that's right next to the Holocaust
Right.
Memorial Museum. So
Yeah.
you're just like, okay,
Good
like,
vibes
this
all
is here
around.
for performance, but this is also very weird.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's COVID on top of that. So you're like, apocalypse plus
End of the
Holocaust.
world.
Yeah. It's
I was
great.
thinking of like inappropriate places to be an influencer, you know, like a travel influencer, like, hey, I'm at the Holocaust Museum.
And guys, it was so fun.
This is, yeah.
Going
know
on
it's-
Tuesday, which is crazy because
I know it's fucked
That's
up,
cool.
but I'm going to say they have the best burgers in DC. I'm just going to say it.
And then the little shoes. Did you see the room with all the little shoes?
Oh, man,
I
that's
am
rough.
wearing.
Yeah,
We
but that's
saw
real.
an influencer in Iceland who
front of
was
a church.
she was like doing cute poses and stuff.
Oh, boy.
Like in front of this like a barren like Lutheran church from the 1940s. Like it was just like
It was
this
a famous
church
but
that's-
she was being all sexy.
she was
and
just kind of
coy.
like, hey, and like, oh my god.
The people who were constructing that church, like one day.
Yeah. It's
I saw that at the Modern Art Museum here in the African history art section. A woman like taking a butt pic right in front of like slave art, like a depiction of slaves or something like that. It's like they're probably going for some like, you know, juxtaposition thing.
Yeah.
This just looks creepy and crazy.
Well, now
Bad.
there's a thing called rage bait now.
What's that?
It's like it's people posting stuff to intentionally
Oh, yeah.
get people
make people
angry.
mad.
Trolling.
For,
yeah.
for engagement. Like that's more important than
Oh, yeah, 'cause
people
you
liking
get-
stuff is just
you can get
engaging
paid
with it.
for views of people
really?
being like, I hate this.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll see food videos where
Yeah,
instead of using a
mukbang
cutting
stuff.
board, they use their like they'll just put like a hot dog in their hand and just cut it like this, and just so because they want people to go use a fucking cutting board, and they'll like get a million
Wow.
comments of people being like, "Don't cut that in your hand, you moron."
Oh, wow.
Just to drive you crazy. Just people like scratching down like a chalkboard or something.
Yeah. Well, we did good with the whole internet thing.
Yeah.
It was a great idea. Thank you.
Idea.
Holy shit. What do you got, Sam? What's your 3 real quick, bud?
Oh God.
I'm gonna run for a bubbly. Does anyone
Oh,
need to
hell
be,
yeah.
Yeah,
anybody
I'll
need to
take
be
one.
rebubbed?
I'll take a bub. Thank
one.
you.
I love that song that I don't know the name of, where it's like it's a funk song where it's like da da da
Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire, September. That's an honorable mention of mine, dude. Yeah,
That shit just gets stuck in my head randomly all the time.
And I'll tell you why it's notable that Sam that it's impressive that you specifically saying that. Sam used to work at a wedding venue, and there's no more abused wedding song than fucking September.
There is. There definitely is.
We Are Family.
We Are Family, the Cupid Shuffle.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most blatantly annoying one.
My Girl, usually.
Yeah, well, Journey, Don't Stop Believing brings the house down.
That Meatloaf song, Stop Right There. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I fucking hate that song.
Damn. All right.
So Earth, Wind, and Fire, some of the key players live up here.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What else you got, Sam? Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I was going to say that Meatloaf song. But
Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
I've been listening to Too Short, Way Too Real recently. It's got a bass line that just keeps going. He talks about how he has to go to San Jose to get his radio fixed in his car. So he can get his music playing real loud. He goes and hangs out with NBA star Gary Payton. He has a fun little day.
That seems very possible at this point in time.
He definitely was hanging out. I don't know about the fixes radio part. I believe the Gary Payton part 100%. And then let's just say, I don't know, just a classic of mine, UGK, Pinky Ring.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow, another just great bass line. Song I've listened to a million times.
I don't know it.
Shout out to Houston.
It's a Texas rap artist from their 1996 album Riding Dirty, one of the most influential rap albums of all time.
Bun B, Pimp C.
Hey, what about the new diss rap against Drake?
Not like us.
That's a pretty good song.
No, I like that.
it. I listened to it so much that now I don't like it anymore because I liked it so much.
In the beginning.
It is very funny hearing that song playing at the wine bar that I work at. It's like, you a pedophile, whap, 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 whap. It was like, he's having wine.
When Yorgo actually asked this question of us originally, it was right around the time that came out, and I did have that on my list because at the time I was spending basically every day watching YouTubers reacting to that song in real time, like they'd never heard it before, and they're just hitting every lyric and be like, "Holy shit,
man!" That little run of singles against Drake was.
It was
we all remember.
I was in Ohio. I was doing stand up. I was driving from Indianapolis to Cleveland when all that was going down, and so I was just very dangerously driving down the interstate in Ohio, being like, "All right, give me another hit. Let me hear that again."
That is a song that when it plays, I start jamming out every time.
Yeah, hell yeah! So
I
that's
haven't put it on myself in a while, but you just hear it out of cars everywhere. Yes.
Does Drake? Does he respond to that at all?
He tried, but no one cared.
His response was like, "I'm glad that we got to do this."
Yeah, literally.
It was like,
I think his response was like, "Hey, you said I was hanging out with that girl. I was, but like not like that."
Yeah,
it was like bad.
No, but anyways, bygones be bygones. Let's just keep going.
Let's be friends now, please.
The song you put out is called "The Heart Part 6," and at the end of it, it literally almost sounds like he's walking away from the microphone. He's just like, "Yeah, it was a good exhibition, but like, I'm glad it's over." Like, I can almost hear him just leaving.
Yeah.
So yeah, thoroughly chastened during that. What do you got, Carter?
On this list, I put "Summer Highland Falls" by Billy Joel. I do enjoy that song.
Let's go smoke cigs by the dock, my friend.
It's got that piano part. It's great.
Yeah, dude.
Life is either sadness or euphoria. Come on.
Hey, I'd put "Sleeping with the Television" on somewhere in my top 20 somewhere. I'm a Joel guy.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
I recently started listening a lot to. I'm 37, so my high school experience was like movies from the early 2000s. So like, I like the song "Let Go" by Fro Fro.
Oh, from Garden State.
Yeah, the Garden State song. Like I just like I heard it on the radio. I was like, it took me right back to 2004. I was like, oh man,
that's
it's such a. I mean, that movie's so bad, and it's like his attempt to do like a graduate situation or something. It's not a good song, but I don't know.
Oh, hey,
in that moment, I was like, "Oh man, I'm a teenager."
No. Hey, that soundtrack's got
Only Living Boy in New York is the highlight.
Yeah, Such Great Heights, I believe, is on there. Is that right?
Yeah. Postal Service.
Yeah, some jams on there.
All right, and I guess like the third one, I'll do a tie of 93 Till Infinity by Souls of Mischief.
Souls of Mischief.
That's like the coolest song.
I think they're playing soon.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I want to go to that.
I was like, I didn't even know those guys. I didn't know their status. They're around. They're playing in LA.
All right.
Yeah.
I was going to say that or Sparky's Dream by Teenage Fan Club.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I love that song.
All right. Hell yeah. Well, shout out to Yorgo in the Discord for that question.
Yorgo.
Yeah. Actually, I met Yorgo in person in Indiana, so right around the time of the Kendrick beef, so it's kind of appropriate.
Where do you live? Where's your?
Oh, I don't want to blow up Yorgo's spot. Somewhere between Indianapolis, greater Indianapolis.
Is it called Bloomington?
No.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, well, shout out to him. If you've got top threes you wish us to populate and opine upon, please tweet at us at The Goods Pod, message us on Facebook at The Goods Pod, or join the Discord, linktree.com/The Goods Pod. Y'all just got back from Iceland.
Yeah.
Let's get the hot scoop. What's going on in the?
There's a lot of volcanic activity, and
I've heard it's the land of the ice and snow, but it's the midnight sun where the hot springs blow. Is that right?
oh shit!
Hammer of the gods, drive our ships to new lands.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we got a lot of Viking.
I just wrote that.
Norse mythology. We got a lot of info about
trolls.
that. There's a lot of trolls.
There's trolls.
There's hot springs.
There's nice. We got two friends now from Iceland who live in Reykjavik. Dari Olafsson, who's he's a famous character actor. He was in Bridget Everett's TV show as a love interest, and then. And then he was in Lady Dynamite, the show I did as a love interest.
Yeah.
He plays Scott.
All right, of course.
Nice.
So we hung out with him, went for a lunch, and what'd you get is an open-faced Danish sandwich. The Danish sandwich has fish on it.
Herring.
Pickled fish.
Herring. You can get a pickled fish.
On brand.
But everyone's Icelandic, and then if you're from Iceland, everybody knows each other, and so they all give you a hug. They didn't give us hugs, but they gave Daria a hug. That was cool. And everyone spoke in Icelandic as if it was really easy.
I was going to ask about the language barrier there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of English.
Everybody speaks
They
English.
got to teach everyone English, because it's just that one country that speaks Icelandic, right?
Yeah, but everybody is like multilingual. Everybody knows you learn Danish in school when you start as a kid before you learn Icelandic.
Whoa.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah. Very interesting.
They only got their independence from Denmark in 1944.
Yeah.
They're still holding Greenland hostage.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Danes.
Not
Jesus.
cool.
If you ask me, something rotten in the state
What
of
was the
Denmark.
coolest thing you saw? Did you see animals or anything?
The Northern Lights were pretty cool.
There we
That's
go.
pretty
God,
cool.
yeah.
I like seeing the volcanic rock and then how the volcano is still steaming.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool. Yeah, that was cool to be in the hot springs. They have like natural hot springs where you swim around in there, and a lot of it kind of looks like there's like a white stuff along the bottom, and you're like, oh, is that dried skin? But it's not. It's just natural.
Yeah, don't think about it too hard.
They make you take a shower before, and there's a drawing of a silhouette of a person's body, and they show where you have to scrub. There are circles around your armpits and your crotch.
I was going to say, George Carlin, armpits, asshole, crotch, and teeth.
Is there showers out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
They're
showers.
in the men's.
Men's
the
and
women.
ladies.
Yeah.
And it's also, it's super expensive. It's pretty pricey. Everything's pricey. And we went on a tiny cruise because that'd be fun. Because it's like an educational cruise where you learn about things. And there are 100 people. And we're some of the youngest people there. Everybody's
we're the
like
youngest
10
couple.
to 25 years older than we are.
Whoa.
So then we had one lady sat next to at dinner. She said, "This is my last cruise." I said, "Right on. High five. High five." alive.
The family's taking cruises away from me.
Yeah.
You didn't feel the need to be like, what do you mean by that?
Oh, no. She was old. I was like, right on.
I work as a tour guide, and one time we were picking up a group from one of the cruise ships down in Long Beach, and I was on a bus with a bunch of people who were Australian and 80 plus, and the name of the tour company was, they were doing an around the world tour. So they went through the Panama Canal. They started in Miami. They were going to Japan. They're going fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
The name of the tour company was A Bridge Away.
Wow.
I was like, that is code for Grandpa's last vacation.
Yeah, well, the huge cruise ships always have morgues on them. They have the morgue and a genuine medical medical office.
Oh, for old people and rotavirus.
And the whole staff, because there's a massive staff in giant cruise ships. I mean, the economics of a cruise ship is really terrifying and gross. It's like the people who are doing the hardest work, of course, are
stand-up comedians.
No, are the people from the countries that are paid the least. So it's maritime law. So you're paid the minimum wage of your country.
Of the sea. The minimum wage
That's
of the
changed.
sea.
That's changed.
Has it changed? Okay, so I don't know. I didn't know if it changed. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea of being on a cruise ship always freaked me out. Just I don't know, what if something goes wrong and you're stuck in the ocean with a morgue full of dead bodies? Everything goes creepy.
Did you watch Triangle of Sadness?
Yes.
No.
Oh, it's great.
What is it?
It's a Woody Harrelson movie, right?
Yeah, it's basically about the economics of a cruise ship and how the people, when this yacht, everything goes wrong, the people who are workers take over because they know how to do stuff that's genuinely useful.
Whereas they become the head of the island is like the chef or something like that.
Yeah, because she knows how to cook for everything.
The housekeeper knows how to. She's like, she could. Anyways, it's a great movie. You got to see it.
I'll check it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's class differences. It was I think there was another class difference. Was it the same year the Parasite came out?
Oh yeah.
No. Was it?
Yeah, Parasite. Yeah.
Oh,
Same
it's
thing.
new. Okay.
Yeah. It's from, I feel like it's last year or maybe, or year before last, something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Did you think about Triangle of Sadness before you got on this cruise ship?
Oh yeah.
Thought about it the whole time.
Really? We told everybody about it, or told the staff about it, anyways.
Gotta watch this
Did
movie.
you see any like young influencer types that were just?
No, there weren't any. Well, we did see the younger influencer when we were in Reykjavik, just walking around. We saw influencers, but our trip was for an older crowd.
Right.
I think my skills would be indispensable on the island, just as a painter. I think people need to decorate their huts.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh God.
I thought you meant on the ship. I was like, all those prints they're prints.
There's nothing more medicinal than laughter.
It's been proven, yeah.
A bunch of people
Nutrition for the soul.
on an island freaking out. It's always good to have someone bark in a show together. Hey guys, there's gonna be a show here. I know you're all starving and looking for water, but
You put your name in the bucket. It is not rigged. You're gonna go in the order it is received.
Unless, of course, somebody stops by. Okay.
Y'all, we have time for just one more segment. And of course, this is our jam of the week. So, Maria, Scott, critics have their opinions on popular music. We don't give a shit what the critics think. We want to know what the people think. Yeah. And the only way to find out what the people are thinking is to dive down into the YouTube comments of popular music videos. And I wanted to feature a band that is from just a few towns over in Pasadena. That's right. Hit the damn music. Oh, can you hear it now? That is, of course, Van Halen's Runnin' with the Devil. we've invoked the devil. So there's already going to be some interesting comments coming from that. So I'll be diving down into these comments, and you guys just tell me what you think. Tell me if this resonates with any of you. You know, obviously you guys know this tune. It's a very popular song. And I just found out they're from Pasadena. I was like, famous.
They're East Coast guys.
No, they're from Cali. I knew they were a Hollywood band, but they are actually Eddie Van Halen.
Originally from Holland.
From Norway, from the Netherlands, and then settled in Pasadena. But yeah, this song has 14 million views on YouTube, 6,074 comments, and I read every goddamn last one of those. So now, let us dive down into the YouTube comments for Van Halen's Running with the Devil. First up, My Dick and Your Sister from 5 years ago.
Okay.
5 years ago.
The good old kick your ass, drink a beer, smoke a fatty, get some poontang rock and roll days. I'm still living at a pace that kills.
Wait, so these are comments
on the YouTube music video for this song.
Music video.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the YouTube page.
So it's not the lyrics from the song.
No.
This is what people have heard.
Yeah.
And
this is
then have come up with their own idea of what they need to tell the world.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Keith McClellan 4 years ago. Oh yeah. 1983. That's the year I found out why it's called a dime bag. I think this guy's smoking some weed, listening to Van Halen. And also his avatar is a bald guy with wraparound sunglasses and a gun.
Oh, yeah, I hope he keeps smoking weed.
Yeah.
I hope that's helping him.
Oh, he's absolutely a cop.
I always feel like sometimes people's avatars are so different from their actual persona, like their social media is so different from what they represent in person.
Yeah,
It is really
definitely.
strange, because I've met so many people from on the internet, and then I'll meet them in person or see them on Zoom, and they'll be like this one girl who I thought, she probably works in the sex industry, because she was and she was like this lovely college student, and she was like, hi, I work at a Dairy Queen. I'm like, why do you have a bra and a half high-heeled shoe on a freeway as your... Anyways, it's just interesting. I don't know.
Robert Weir 2 days ago, and this is very so hot off the presses and very pertinent to our interests. When I buy a Rockstar energy drink, I almost always tell the cashier, yes, I'd like this Eddie Van Halen here, please.
Oh, God.
It's just a real cute way to call
I
Eddie Van
was-
Halen a rock star.
I was a cashier and someone said that when they were buying an energy drink, I would... It was one of those moments where you think about how bad do I want a job compared to how bad do I want to tell this guy he's a fucking dweeb and to never come back or something.
I would stomach it and be like, yeah, like Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen, he's a rock star.
I bet the clerk has no clue what he's talking about.
Just saying anything to the clerk other than, oh, thanks, have a good day, is crazy.
I'll have a Billy Joel.
Yeah. You are for sure a guy that all the clerks talk about. Like, this guy's a freak. They'll point at you when you're coming across the parking lot. Lewis 606 1 year ago. And by the way, 606 is the area code for Eastern Kentucky. So that's where I believe this to be happening. Lewis 606, he says, I work at a grocery store and I blast this song and many others through the speakers of the store. So everyone is listening by force. If you haven't heard of Van Halen, well, guess what? Today's your lucky ass day. Rock it. Keep on rocking in Kentucky, baby.
I bet he really is convinced himself that people go in the grocery store and what the fuck is this?
I'm sorry. Is that Lewis changing everything right now?
They're just looking at some boring frozen food, and they're like, ooh. Their hair.
Wait, there's women coming in the store.
Wearing half shirts.
Wearing half shirts and their titties are big. This is insane. That's what the 80s were like.
That's how my uncle tells me.
Well, funny you mentioned that. Brain from 2 years ago.
Oh, boy.
This is when times seemed easier and guys wore their girlfriend's panties on the outside of their jeans. Now,
What?
I could not find any reference to Van Halen or any other band doing this at any point. In fact, if you just Google that, you just get a lot of weird porn.
Yeah.
So,
Guys wearing their girlfriend's
Anyway, do you remember when
Wait, read that comment again.
Brain 2 years ago? This is when times seemed easier and guys wore their girlfriend's panties on the outside of their jeans.
What?
No, I guess they were doing Quail Man from Doug.
Even knowing what he's going to say, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, those are the days.
He used to do that, Scott, back in the
loved it.
day.
Loved it.
I
We didn't
dated
care.
a guy who wore women's panties, and he said he wore them because they were cheaper. And I was
Hey,
like,
you know,
there's no way that's true.
That's not true. I've
true.
seen those prices.
Yeah, and then he was saying because they were more comfortable. I was like, listen, man, you just like women's panties. That's fine. It's all good.
The first lame excuse is actually they're more ergonomic. So
Yeah, better for the
No,
environment.
I wear women's
lift and
panties, and
separate.
they're awful.
Heidi Carms 1 year ago. This is a recurring thing of people commenting on songs that were playing on the radio when they crashed their car.
Oh.
So it says, roll the car to this coming from a party. My best friend was driving. She looked at me and said, we're going 90 as we were going down a really steep hill. I looked at her and I said, do not step on the brakes. And what does she do? She steps on the brakes. Yeah, we rolled and landed upside down. Car was done, but the cool thing was my Van Halen cassette was still playing Running with the Devil as we crawled out upside down. I can't tell you, Maria and Scott, how many songs have almost this exact comment where it's like, this is a song that was playing when I was a fucking badass one time.
Well, yeah, it's just like this is a PTSD song to me now, and I've convinced myself it's cool instead of like I almost died and it was really scary.
Yeah, that's so weird. Well, and there's probably a lot of songs that have been played when people are dying. Or
Yeah.
You're like,
These are the lucky ones.
Like a first responder, if they have other stories where they're like, yeah, we came upon a scene, the entire family, but Running with the Devil was playing.
I think Great White has the record for that. Too soon? Too soon.
Check out our two-part 2003 episode, folks, to hear all about Great White. Got a couple more here. Mark Gelbart from 6 years ago got drunk and listened to this song the night before Georgia beat Tennessee 26-24. That was October 6, 2001. And forever, this song is linked with that game for me. Wow. Now, I looked this up. It's 23 years later. Georgia has beat Tennessee 16 out of the last 23 years. So the fact that one random Georgia-Tennessee game just made this guy go, fuck yes. Van Halen, David Lee Roth, Michael Anthony.
What happened that night with the song?
Well, I think
don't know.
a possible diagnosis of autism. Right? When you
very, very probable.
specific.
I like that it's that game, though, specifically, where it's just like, the next year, that game definitely equals jump, and the next year,
That might
Hot
be
for
part
teacher.
of his autism.
Yeah.
He associates a song with every year of the big rivalry game.
Speaking of football, King David 4 days ago, my high school football theme song. As a team, we slayed the game. We put the Trojan horse off course, which I assume that's their rival, the Trojans. I did not fit in, yet I did damage on the battlefield.
Wow.
Special teams, offense, and sometimes, parentheses, all the time, defense. So this is a bench riding football player.
I didn't know it was such a
Plays
football
every
song.
position according to him.
Yeah. Maybe they're like the Sun Devils or something like that. I don't know.
That's kind of wonderful. Makes you want to meet the people. Like to really deep dive and like go, hey, can we get you on the horn? And here, what else do you think about other things?
We heard people left you out and didn't like you.
We want to include you. We want to include you in something.
We don't want you to go crazy on the battlefield, you called it.
And finally, this is a two-parter because this guy had something to say, and then he came back a year later and had more to say. And this is Patrick Redburn 2 years ago. I love Cindy, my vampire wife, so much. I love Cindy, my vampire wife, so much. She's always kind and protective. And then there's a bunch of Canadian flag emojis, and it just says, Trudeau must go.
Okay.
So there's that, it's a few posts. And then he came back 1 year later. So Patrick Redburn 1 year ago. My ex-wife, Cindy. My ex-wife, Cindy Starfall, loves the attention, but I'm not into her anymore after what she did to me. And so I was like, what is this name? So I looked this up. Cindy Starfall is an adult film performer. And so he has just built a world with this porn star, but just in a really strange way. It says, my ex-wife Cindy started cheating on me. My ex-wife Cindy was giving and I assume this is a euphemism, but it's so much funnier to imagine it literally. She was giving 2 men hamburgers and fries, and she was having fun with them.
What the hell?
I was like, wait, did she start working at Burger King? What's going on? Made me jealous, because that's her favorite thing to do in the whole entire world. That's why she loves to sleep with men in the USA. Yeah, I witnessed it. Picture and video.
Running with the devil, indeed.
Running with the devil.
Well,
Trudeau forever.
Yeah, based on that, now I'm a Trudeau guy.
well, it makes you realize, like, oh wow, maybe some people aren't thinking about what they write.
No. Well, as Sam once said famously, and I say this all the time now, it looks like somebody got hit with the government insane ray.
Man.
It's real, folks.
It's just the bathroom wall of the internet. It's just
Right.
people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's a perfectly rounded dookie right next to it.
Right.
Oh, well, that is Van Halen. That is Running with the Devil. That is our jam of the week. Woo! Hell yeah. Let's go around and talk about our various projects. We'll start with you, Scott. What do we got to tell the people?
Working on a show for September 2025, a painting show. And also, they're going to hopefully put a book out about my paintings.
Hell yeah.
wow.
There you have it.
Give him a follow on Instagram, folks. He's got some incredible artwork up there. We should have had that the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would've been
Hogbook and
smart.
Lazer Eyes, illustrated by Scott and written by Scott and Maria. Got to check that out, too.
Check it out.
Hell yeah. Maria Bamford, what do you have to tell the people on the way out the door?
Well, there's like a lot of cool stuff I do.
Yes, there is.
Very talented, and
Hell
a
yeah.
lot of it's private.
That's fair.
So
Hey,
Stay out of her fucking business.
MariaBamford.com.
hell yeah.
well, I'm on tour everywhere, and love anybody who wants to come see live comedy. YouTube it beforehand, and don't try to convince friends to come. They don't do it. I love this, but you're gonna let them. No, they're not. You're not gonna love it. Come by yourself. Take a risk and come by yourself.
At 8 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Come to that one.
That's what my show.
Hell yeah.
Tell them the goods from the woods sent you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Kids from the woods.
That's us.
Anyone can get it free to my shows too. You just have to email me. I have an email on all my socials if you need to get in free, if you don't have the cash or just a jerk.
Yeah, if you don't want to support the
Cheapskate.
Yeah, but that's fair enough. I mean, if you're afraid about money, I want you. Don't be afraid. Come to my show. Everybody gets in.
Yeah,
Very nice.
And absolutely go see Maria Bamford. I don't have to.
No.
These are.
Yeah, I mean-
these are comedy people listening to this damn podcast. I don't got to tell you. Go see Maria. It's one of the best live experiences you're going to have in comedy.
Unless it isn't.
Even if it isn't, it's going to be fun. She's going to make it fun. Oh, yeah.
You'll have had an experience.
Yeah.
It'll be a night.
Yeah.
It's a thinker.
Well, that happened.
Hell yeah.
I live with a guy, and he's a comic. And today he was telling me that he was very offended because another comic called his jokes "new little thoughts" or something.
Wow.
And he was so sad when his comedy he's very proud of gets reduced to "new little thoughts" by another comic. And he went from so proud to so sad.
But whoever said that's not wrong. You know, it's just like,
Who cares?
This is tentative sketches with the face.
Yeah.
I do face sketch. I do. You're gonna make some noises? Yes.
Sam, where can people find you online?
Sam Harder 666 on Instagram. Slam Harder on Twitter or X.
Carter, where can people find you on the internet?
Carter_Glasscock on Instagram, pretty much. It is such a pleasure to meet you guys and to be in your house.
Awesome.
I mean, it's such an honor. I'm a huge fan, and oh my God.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys for letting us do it. Seriously.
Yeah, well...
Brought directly to my home.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. And November 1st, Wrestling Pro Wrestling returns. We're doing a co-headline show with Lily, great independent rock band from Los Angeles, at the Regent Theater. I'm going to be calling all the action as their lead singer takes on our champion, Ricotta Flair, in the main event. So that's going to be crazy. You get to see a lead singer of an indie band try to fight a wrestler. So it's going to be a crazy show. I'll be calling that with friend of the show, Eric Barnes, and all of the fun people at Wrestling Pro Wrestling. So don't miss it, November 1st at the Regent Theater. Find us on Twitter at The Goods Pod, every episode ever. Streaming every Thursday, and new clips dropping all the time. YouTube.com/The Goods Pod. Best way to support our show, Patreon.com/The Goods Pod. And if you are watching this and not just listening, you're already doing it. But if for some reason you have not, head over to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude. Because if you did not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, invading American forces will find you in your Fanta factory. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.